Recently, I got a question about order blocks, so I decided to make a quick and simple video explaining how to identify clean order blocks and how to trade them right away. Order blocks by nature are not very complicated once you really break them down and understand the basic idea. So it's basically the opposite color of consecutive candles in a row that appear right before major breaks in structure or strong trend reversals. For example, during an upward rally, the last two red candles before the strong move up can define a demand order block here. On the other hand, before a major crash with an internal break of structure, the last two green candles can define a supply order block. Now, if you really want to make order blocks more effective and more reliable, it is best to combine them with imbalances. So when you look at this price action, right here, what we are seeing is a combination of order blocks, imbalances, and structural breaks all working together. When all these elements line up at the same time, they create a very powerful setup that many traders call dragon fruit combination. Especially when you look at earlier parts of the chart across any assets, you will notice there are many order blocks forming all over the place. Naturally, this concept does not work every single time, and it is important to understand that. However, when it does work, it usually leads to strong and aggressive price movements. If you look at this chart right here, you can clearly see a clean supply order block in this area. It is also combined with a large imbalance zone that formed right after a structural break. Notice how the crash actually started from the exact order block area. And if you shift your focus to the right side of the chart, you can see a strong move up that came after the combination of imbalance, break, and the demand order block this time. That combination is what started the massive rally and pushed the price sharply higher. However, if everything were really that easy, then everyone would be making money in the markets. And of course, that's not the case at all. There's absolutely nothing easy about trading, I assure you that, especially when the real money is on the line. First of all, you will probably notice that half of the order blocks get completely destroyed without any reaction from the price. In many situations, price simply comes into the zone and keeps crashing straight through, and the demand area never holds at all. And that is exactly why it's so important to pay close attention to the lower time frames. Basically, when you identify an hourly order blocks like 1, 2, 3 hour order blocks, you also need to check the minute-based inner structure before making any decisions. If the inner structure trend actually shifts inside your demand area or supply area around that order block zone, that is when things start to look more interesting. For example, let's take a look at this crash area with the supply order block combined with an imbalance and the inner break. Like I said, there's no guaranteed rule out there that says supply and demand order blocks will always hold. As you can see, price in this case could easily rally higher to take out offers without any hesitation. We simply do not know in advance what price is going to do next. It is impossible. But if you carefully and study inner structure, you can see the market structure shift followed by internal break of structures here. So in this situation, the higher time frames and the lower time frames are now aligned together. So what does all this really mean for you as a trader? Basically, when you identify hourly order blocks, whether it is on the 1, 2, 3, or 4 hour charts, it does not matter if they are supply or demand blocks. You then need to drop down to the lower time frames, especially minute-based charts, and check what is happening at your entry location. You want to see if the inner structure is actually changing and whether the supply or demand area is truly holding or just failing. When you combine these two different time frames together in a smarter way, you give yourself a much better chance of getting stronger and better results in your overall trading journey. Okay people, this was a nice practical video. Take care for now. See you in the next video. Completed the free trading course but still need more? My master classes teach liquidity, imbalance, and the market structure in detail. Combine them with forward and reverse trading using momentum superboxes and yo-yo cost average entry models. After that, you will master scalping with a one-screen free trading view indicator, a revolutionary trading system. Finally, you will learn to invest your profits using my 10-year swing investing with working agent system. Interested? Please see the video description.